Hi guys, and welcome back to Momma Jess Knits. This is episode 4. Today is November the 12th. Sorry, I had to look. Today's been a little bit of a crazy day. I had 2 kids start off being homesick. Had to go to the doctor and have one of them tested for strep, which came back negative. Hopefully it stays negative. And the other one has some tummy issues. But anyway, welcome back. I'm Jess of Momma Jess Knits. I can be found on Instagram as Momma Jess Knits, on Ravelry at JStrack, and I have also started a Momma Jess Knits Ravelry group, which can be found under, if you go under groups and in the search bar type in Momma Jess Knits podcast, it will pull up my group. We'd be happy to have you join. We don't have very many members right now. And then I can also be found at mommajessknits@gmail.com if you need to email me about anything. Welcome back. It's been another crazy week. Just work-wise, it's been crazy. Haven't gotten very much knitting in, but I do have a few things to show you. So I'm going to start out showing you my FOs, or my finished objects. Oh, and actually before I do that, I want to say hi, Tegan, because my sister told me that my 2.5-year-old niece watches my podcast, so I wanted to make sure I said hi to her. Hi, sweet girl. And hi to my other niece and nephew, Riley and Kaysen, sorry. Okay, finished objects. I have a crocheted dishcloth. No pattern, just one that I just kind of started and kind of held it up to my other dishcloths to try to see if it was the right size or not. Made out of, I think it's peaches and cream, and it's just the cream colored, simple, easy. I just needed something I wanted to have finished because I've been working a lot on my other projects, but I haven't finished my big projects, and it gets kind of disheartening whenever you're working on something big. You just want to have something that you have finished. So there's that. And then I also have another, sorry, ends are not woven in. Literally just finished it today. Once again, just needed something finished. So this is the Grandma's Favorite dishcloth by PJ Allen, and this is also made in the, pretty sure it's peaches and cream, in just like a teal color. I can't remember the exact color. It's got some cat hair on it already because I left it sitting out and one of our kitty cats laid on it. So that is all I have for finished objects. Like I said, I've been working on so many other things. I just wanted something finished. So that's what I have for finished objects. Now, moving on to my WIPs, or works in progress. I have a lot of those. Not gonna lie, a lot. So I'm gonna start with this hat, which is my cabled hat. And it's the one that has the extra long brim that you can fold up for extra warmth. The pattern is Jason's Cashmere Hat by Melissa Thomas, not Thompson, sorry, Thomas. I've gotten a little bit more progress on it, not a whole lot. I've maybe finished one set of repeats or the cable design. I've got, I think, 2 more sets of repeats to go. Maybe 1, and then I get to finish the top up, and then I'll pick a furry pom-pom to go on top of it. Haven't decided what color yet. I'm thinking gray, though. Maybe cream, but I'm thinking gray. So that's one of my works in progress. Here's another. Not much done on it. Just started it today. It's another little washcloth in the Grandma's Favorite by PJ Allen. In the peaches and cream. I think that colorway is Euchre. I think I said that right. Just want something simple, and I'm trying to make some washcloths for a swap that I'm doing. Unfortunately, both of the people I am in the swap with are allergic to wool, so I'm trying to think of some things that I can make them and send them. I do have some hats that I could send. So, but one of them lives in a place that's not very cold. It doesn't get cold enough for hats. And the other one I can definitely send a hat to because it will get cold enough. All right. And then in this cute little bag, and I'm trying to see who this is by, but it's kind of faded, so I can't really tell. But this was one of the first project bags I had ever gotten. With the cute little owls on it. And the inside is just little apples. Like I said, I can't tell who it's by because it's the little tag on the inside is faded. But anyway, I think it's cute. All right, so I started these, I think, back in September because they were supposed to be my fall socks. And I have very little done on them. But it's a really pretty dark reddish purple, and then like a cream and a brown and dark brown. This is actually dark brown. I'm not, it's kind of showing up black, but, and that yarn is Diamond Select Footsie, and the colorway is a number. Colorway is 391 if you're interested. So Diamond Select. I think it'll make some pretty socks, but I just haven't had much time to work on it. I'm still on the leg of it. So there's this one. I decided to do a short little cuff and then just go ahead and start doing just straight knitting around and around. And these are on my Chalgu needles, a 1.5. I went into a yarn shop one day looking for some Addies, because I really like Addies, and she didn't have any, and she's like, oh, I think you would really, really like the Chalgus, and I tried them and loved them. I love the cord on it. I love how it doesn't get tangled up, like my Addies, which I will show you in just a minute how that gets tangled up. It's kind of annoying, but anyway, that's another story. And finally, in my Kentucky bag, I finally, yes, I know it's over, but I finally started one of my daughter's Halloween socks, the match to this one. So this color is, or this yarn is by Knit Picks. They're Stroll, and the purple colorway is pumpkin, and then the heels and toes are just plain black. So I got started a little bit on that. It was one of those where I had been working on one of my shawls, and I needed a break, so I started her socks. So I know they're not Halloween, but she'll have them for next Halloween. This is what I meant by the Addie's cable getting so twisted. I mean, look at that. It twists on itself. And then whenever you're doing magic loop, which is what this is with this long needle, the way of doing the sock, and that drives me crazy. I mean, look at this. Anyway, so her Halloween socks are started. And, yay, I started her Christmas socks. And I got a little bit further on her Christmas socks than I did her Halloween socks. But this is going to be done in, it's Knit Pick Stroll, and I can't remember, I think this one is called Forest, this green. I could be wrong, and I can't find the ball band in here that tells me what color it is. So the body of this, so this part of the sock, will be done in this green. And she wanted red heels and toes, so I'm going to use the Knit Picks stroll in the Hollyberry for her heels and toes. So I think that's going to look super cute. And I got all the colors that all my other kids want. And so my sons are going to be green stripes, like different shades of green. And he will have the Hollyberry heels and toes. And then two of my kids, they want one solid red sock and one solid green sock. So they're going to have mismatched socks, but that's what they wanted, so that's what I'm getting. And then I think my other daughter wants red with green heels and toes. I could be wrong. And then I didn't ask my oldest, which I still need to ask her what she would like. So Bella, if you're watching, tell me what you want your socks to look like. And ask Neil what he wants his to look like, because I'm thinking about making him a pair. They could be matching or not matching, however you want. Yeah, my other daughter wanted red with green heels and toes. That's what it was. So I have two that are going to have totally mismatch. One that'll have green with red heels and toes, the ones I'm working on. One's with stripes with red heels and toes, and then one red with green heels and toes. So it'll be pretty, I think. And then, in my cute little hedgehog, porcupine, whatever it is, bag by Ginger Snap That, I have made some progress on my husband's Christmas socks. I'm officially on the foot part right here. I mean, I still have several rows to go before I get to the toes, but they're coming along well, and I believe it is much bigger than the last time I showed it on the last podcast. And I wanted to show you, this is what I mean by how nice the Chalgoo needles are. I mean, look, they don't twist on themselves, they don't get all tangled up. Super nice when you go to knit. The cords are like, I mean, you can bend them. They just pop right back into place. They're so flexible, so nice. Once again, his socks are on the, I can't find my ball band. Oh, here we go. The online super sock with bamboo in it, which I have. This is my first time using bamboo. And that colorway is 1922, I believe. Yeah, 1922. I don't know what's up with these companies using numbers instead of making up names for their colorway. Like, I mean, gray speckles, gray stripes. How hard is that? It's kind of silly. Alright, so that's his sock, and I'm hoping by my next podcast, which I've been doing weekly, so I'm hoping I'll stay on that same schedule. I'm hoping by my next podcast I will have that one sock finished, and I can move on to the second one. Alright, so I decided that when I show these, I'm going to put progress keepers on them so I can show how much work I've had done. However, I just decided that after I did all that work on my husband's sock and after I did the work on the hat. So here is my Kalina scarf and this little Christmas themed progress keeper. Don't judge. I have no Thanksgiving progress keepers. This is where I was the last time I showed this scarf. And this is where I am now. So I got a little bit of work done on it. It's a pretty good size now. Didn't get a whole lot of work done on it, but I've been working on it a little bit each day. So the Kalina, I think it is, and I hope I'm saying that right, but it is, there's a shawl, no, not a shawl. There is a blanket pattern, a infinity scarf, a scarf, hat, and sock pattern in that pattern. And I have the blanket. I think there's a wrap too, actually. And I have the blanket, the wrap, the scarf, the infinity scarf, cowl, and hat pattern. The only one I don't have is the sock one, I believe. And that is by Jenn Emerson. And her pattern can be found on Ravelry. I'm not sure where else it can be found. Okay, so my other one, another work in progress, which I have gotten a good chunk of this worked on. And I'm on my second skein of yarn. But here is my Cape Elizabeth. And it has grown right here. Sorry guys. Right where the bunny is where, look at how cute that little bunny is. Right where the bunny is where I was my last podcast. So I have gotten all of this done this week. Once again, I just have to show off this gorgeous lace work. It's getting pretty blown out. Here we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, oh, I love it. I'm definitely going to have to make me one. Anyway, that is by Alicia Plummer. Love Alicia Plummer. And that is in the Malabrigo that I cannot pronounce. All right. That is what I've been mostly working on this week. I'm really trying hard to get it done. Then, oops. Oh, and I wanted to try to show you this picture of what it's going to look like when it's done without actually showing the pattern. That's what it's going to look like whenever I get it done. And it's super gorgeous, and it's super warm. I mean, it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful pattern. Okay, next up by Alicia Plummer, I have her covered shawl. And I've gotten a good, oh goodness, a good chunk of work done on this too. And I just noticed that my progress keeper on this one has weighted it down, which makes me very unhappy. I'm going to have to get back and try to, I probably will have to take that off. But here is my progress keeper. So from here to here is what I've gotten done since the last podcast. And as you can see, it has pulled, the progress keeper has pulled this down and made a hole in it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take that off. And I'm going to end up having to fix that, which makes me sad because that happened with the Cape Elizabeth, and I had to end up taking out 6 rows because I couldn't get it fixed. But it looks like I can get this one fixed because you cannot tell where it was now. I think I'm just going to have to remember to put that somewhere else. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, this is the covered shawl by Alicia Plummer in that really pretty orange that I can't exactly get to show up just right. That right there is probably the closest to the color that it is. It is gorgeous. It's like a burnt orange. It's not a super bright orange, but it's gorgeous. All right, and I think, let me just look at my list here. That is all of my works in progress. A lot of them. Because I am one of those knitters that will be knitting on something and get bored and need to move on to something else. So I will cast something else on and work on that for a little bit. I saw one of the other podcasters that I watch on Instagram. She said that she was setting a timer and she was going to work on one project for a certain amount of time and then move on to a next and work on that for a certain amount of time. And I think I'm going to have to start doing that. I mostly work on my Cape Elizabeth at night. I don't take it to work with me just because even whenever I do get a break, I'm usually talking to teachers or doing other things that I just can't concentrate on a pattern. So I need to have something that I just knit around and around, which I usually bring my husband's sock and work on that. All right. So that is all I have for works in progress. Yeah, I know, all I have, right? There's a bunch. I know. But Christmas is in like 43 days, I just saw. And I'm starting to panic a little bit. I don't think I'm going to have everything done. I mean, if I could stay home and not have to work, then I could maybe get it all done. But probably not. So, what do I want to cast on? Of course, I want to cast on all my kids' Christmas socks. And a pair of Christmas socks for myself. I want to do a dark gray. The dark gray that I showed last podcast on episode 3. Covered shawl. And I want to do a, sorry guys, I want to do a mustard covered shawl, colored shawl, covered shawl. Some more dishcloths for my swap and just to use. I enjoy using them. And more project bags. Lots more project bags. So I did not buy any yarn this week, and I told you guys in my last episode that I wouldn't be buying any yarn because mom of 6, Christmas around the corner, broke when it comes to buying more yarn. So I'm going to show you some yarn that I haven't shown before that I bought. Some of it I bought a couple of months ago, and some of it I bought last month, or maybe even the month before that, I'm not sure. But I plan on making myself some socks out of this fun yarn. Well, goodness, sewing scraps. Out of this fun yarn. Doesn't that look like it's going to make some pretty neat socks out? Or pretty neat socks? I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be fun. The tag shows you like a, sorry, it's got a big glare on it. The tag shows you kind of what it's supposed to look like once you get it knit up. I think this is the pair that I have right here. And that is on the online Super Sock color. It's going to be a number. $22.94. So I will, of course, show you guys that as soon as I get it cast on. And then I got this yarn. Some Cascade Heritage Prints. I think that'll make some nice looking guy socks because my husband's kind of picky when it comes to colors of his socks. I actually didn't buy this for my husband, but I think it'll make up some nice boy manly socks. I don't know that he would wear it because of the lime green. We'll see. But I did buy that with somebody in mind. I just don't want to say because I think they might watch my podcast. And I want to surprise them. Then I also got some more of the online Super Sock. And this has silk in it. And I made my husband and my son a pair of socks with this exact same brand, just different colors. And I was kind of skeptical because I didn't think that they were going to hold up. And my husband and my son's socks have gone in the wash machine. I know, knitters, don't panic. And dryer. And they've come out fine. We don't have any problems with them at all. They're not pilling. They didn't shrink. They're still wearing nicely. So anyway, I bought some more. I had my eye on this shade. And one of my girls is actually like, ooh, yeah, I want some socks made out of that. So I might knit them up some socks. Or I might make some more for my husband. Or my son. We'll see. I don't know if he'll like those colors. Sometimes they surprise me on the colors, what they like and what they don't like. And so I had ordered, sorry about the crinkle, I had ordered some wooden sock blockers, and they came from Uruguay, not Ukraine. I'm not 100% sure, but my wooden ones came from another country. And when I went to the yarn shop, I found these. And these are much smaller. Like I can block my kids' socks on this, because the other ones look really big. But I put my socks on it, and okay, I wear a size 11 in women's, sometimes a 10. So, and they fit fine, but I'm just kind of concerned about my kids' socks. So I got a smaller one of these, which was a great find. I think I may have already shown this, but I'm not 100% sure. But if I did, I apologize. I'm going to show it again, because I bought this a couple months ago. Hippo for birthday. So this is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on, I think. And now that I say that, I am pretty sure I did show this before. By Lolo Did It. Who I love. I love her yarns. Anyway, maybe one day I'll try some more Dyer's yarns. Actually, I have bought yarn from Artistic Lily, and I'll show her some of her yarns whenever I cast on those projects. But I really like her yarn too. And I got a really nice sock set of hers that's, I can't remember the name of it, but it was Coffee something. And for those of you who do not know me personally, I love coffee a lot. So I will definitely show those. It's a gorgeous shade of just a coffee brown, and it came with a pink mini for Heels and Toes, which the mini is just like the smaller. I've shown a mini before on here, just a smaller thing of yarn. I think it usually is about 20 grams, like 10 to 20 grams is usually what it is. Lolo Did It's are 20 gram minis. So, anyway, I got a pink one to go with the coffee brown. So I think it's going to knit up really, really nicely. And that, my friends, is all of the yarn and knitting stuff I have to show you. But I did want to show you some fabric that I got to make some more project bags, because I really want to make project bags, and I really want to gift project bags. And whenever I have like giveaways, I want that to be one of the prizes, and I want to include them in swaps and things like that. So here, oh, okay, I did lie. I did buy some more yarn, but to make dishcloths. Yes. So I'll make some out of that. Okay, so here is some of the yarn, or not yarn, fabric for my project bags. So, the Grinch. So that will become a project bag. And I think I'm going to do the bottom of that in black, and then the inside in a white or cream snowflake. I think that'll look really cute. And then, uh-oh, hold on, something's got a little out of order here. Sorry about all the crinkling and stuff. I still have it sitting in bags. Then, I'm sorry, I got distracted by one of my cats. She's going crazy and like playing with her shadow on the wall over here. It's quite hilarious. More Grinch. I love that one with him in the tree. And this one's going to have a red bottom and white snowflake liner on the inside. And then, this is so adorable, you guys. I couldn't pass this up. Like, how cute is that? With the little foxes and the bird. So this one will have an orange to match the fox, this fox. And the inside fabric is going to be this really pretty teal, which kind of matches the teal and the feathers and the teepee and on the fox and stuff like that. So that will be 3 project bags that I am looking forward to making. And then continuing on with teepees and wilderness. How cute is that? And it's got deer, it's got moose or elk. I could say moose. Little squirrel, fox, bears, owl. And how adorable. And that one is going to have like this pinkish, peachy color to match. That'll be the liner of that one. And then this is super cute too, guys. Look at the puppers. Little Frenchie with the glasses. Isn't that so cute? And this is going to be the lining of that. Like, how adorable is that? And then when I saw this, I had to get it because I have a daughter who is obsessed with llamas. And knitters, you're going to love it. Look at that. And this will be the liner of that. Then, the last one I have to show. Aren't they so cute? And the liner is going to be purple. So cute. So, that is everything that I have gotten to make. Oh, actually I have a Winnie the Pooh fabric somewhere around here that I'm going to make one out of. I'll show that another time because I didn't put it to where I could reach it right now. But yeah, so that is all the fabric that I plan on making project bags out of, and I have lots more. I also want to make some reusable dinner napkins. I bought fabric. Actually, some of it I bought a year ago and still haven't made reusable paper towels or dinner napkins. So I need to get on the ball with that too. Thankfully, sewing goes a lot faster than knitting. So maybe this weekend I can crank some of that out and I'll have that to show on next week's podcast maybe. Not promising, but if I can get it done, I will. Some more podcasts that I watch that I don't think I mentioned last week are, yeah, I didn't. A new one, these two are fairly new, is, oh goodness, Forest City Knit Girls, I think. I probably messed that up. I know it's Forest City. They are 3 ladies that do a podcast together, and they're in Canada. I will put the details to that down below, and I will also put show notes in my Ravelry group if you want to know. I know it's Forest City Knits. I don't think there's a girls on the end. I think it's just Forest City Knits. And forest, like forest. And then Another really new one, I think they only have 3, maybe 4 episodes out, are the Knitting Posse. And they're 4 friends that knit. And I've started watching both of those. Well, actually, I've been watching Forest City for a while. And let's see, Dunderknits with Caroline. I watch her. However, I will warn you, and she warned you at the beginning of her podcast too, that she does swear, sometimes a lot. So if that's not your thing, don't check her out, because she does swear a lot. But I still like to watch her podcast. I love to see the stuff that she makes, and she makes me laugh. And I'm trying to think. I think that might cover all of the podcasts that I watch. I could be wrong. If I think of any others, I'll put it on next week's podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you like my podcast, please give me a thumbs up, or, subscribe, or do both. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I'm hoping things will calm down a little bit at my house. And keep on knitting, guys, and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.